Hello everyone, welcome to Teacher Chihun's virtual classroom. Today we're going to talk about comparing fractions. First, let's identify what is a fraction. A fraction is a number that describes a relationship between a part and a whole. And a fraction has a numerator and the denominator. The numerator here is on the top, which is the number that equal parts do you have, and we have the denominator or the lowest part, which is how many equal parts is the whole divided into. Now let's start how to compare fraction. So comparing fraction means to be able to tell if the one fraction is greater than, less than, or equal to another. And in comparing fraction, we will follow rules. Rule number 1, same denominators. For example, we have 3/4 compared to 1/4. And the rule number 1 states that if the denominators are the same, the fraction with the bigger numerator is larger. As you can see in our example, we have same denominator, which is 4 and 4. Now, look at the bigger numerator, that's the larger value. So here, the bigger numerator is 3. So that means 3/4 is greater than 1/4. And as you can see in this illustration, the most shaded part is 3/4. That means 3/4 is greater than 1/4. So try this. 5/6 compared to 1/6. Again, the denominator are the same. You will look at the bigger numerator. That's the larger value. So that means the larger value here is 5/6 greater than 1/6. Another example, 2/9 compared to 7/9. Again, if this denominator are the same, you will look at the bigger numerator. That's the larger value. So the larger value here is 7/9. 2/9 is less than 7/9. Let's proceed to rule number 2, same numerators. For example, I have 1/4 compared to 1/2. So rule number 2 states that if the numerator are the same, the fraction with the smaller denominator is larger. As you can see in our example, we have the same numerators. So we will look at the denominator, which is smaller value. So 4 and 2, the smaller number here is 2. So that means 1/2 is the larger value. So we can say that 1/4 is less than 1/2. And if we look at the illustration, as you can see that the 1/2 is the most shaded part. Alright, so let's try this. 5/4 compared to 5/7. Again, if the numerator is the same, you will look at the smaller denominator. That's the larger value. So the answer here is very good. 5/4 is greater than 5/7. Another example, 3/4 compared to 3/2. Again, if the numerator is the same, you will look at the denominator with a smaller number. That means that's the larger value. So the answer here is 3/2 or 3/4 is less than 3/2. Alright, rule number 3. So what if the fraction has different numerator and denominator? For example, 3/5 compared to 2/3. So rule 3 states that if the fraction is different numerator and denominator, we use the cross multiply techniques or the butterfly method. So first, let's multiply 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 is equals to 9. And let's again multiply 5, 2. So 5 times 2 is equals to 10. As you can see here, we can compare 9 and 10. So which is the bigger number? Very good. That's the 10. That means the larger value here is 2/3. And always remember that the cross-multiply techniques or butterfly method is applicable in comparing two fractions. Compare 1/3 to 2/6. So again, in comparing different fraction or different numerator and denominator, we can cross-multiply. So 1 times 6 is equals to 6. 3 times 2 is equals to 6. So that means 1/3 is equals to 2/6. Another example, 4/7 compared to 3/5. So we can use the cross multiply method. 4 times 5 is equals to 20. 7 times 3 is equals to 21. So compare 20 and 21, the bigger number is 21. So that means 4/7 is less than 3/5. Now let's have the practice time. So I will give you 10 seconds to answer. Compare the following fraction. Alright, so that's all for today. Goodbye, children!